What up? Hey, you fell off, but good news. She came out. Hey, what's going on, folks? Bienvenue. My name is Wade, and this is Sabine River Valley. Today, I've got some trees, I guess some invasive trees that we want to get rid of. Depending on what you read, they're trees or shrubbery or something like that, but they're called prickly ash, or at least that's what we call them around here. And they they can hurt. So this is the branch of one. And you can see these super sharp thorns here, super large, sharp thorns coming out of this. This is something you do not want to come into contact with your hands or your skin or anything like that. And they start off as little, just small, thin shrubbery, right? And then they turn into these trees. And if you're going through them like on a UTV or ATV or something like that, and they catch you, man, that's not a good day. So we're gonna try to get rid of these, and we could cut them down and then, you know, try to get rid of them that way. But I've got a tool that I've had for about a year now that I've never really showed off on the channel, and I want to use that. I want to show you that. It's something that I think is really cool. So let's get it hooked up to the tractor, and then we'll get out here and try to pull some of these out. All right, so what I want to do is find kind of a small one and try it first, and then we'll work up to the bigger ones. The bigger ones there's one that's like maybe 5 inches in diameter, and so yeah, we'll start with a small one first. So that one I showed y'all a little earlier, that one was probably 2 inches in diameter. So I'm gonna grab it. We'll see what she can do. there's a fence here that I don't want to tear up. So all right. Let's see what that does. Wow. Look at that. Roots and all. Awesome. Look at that. Now this is a small one, but that's pretty good. So roots and all. So what I'll do is I'll make a pile over here and I'll come back with my grapple so I don't have to touch any of that by hand, and then we'll take it out to the burn pile. So I've got two of them here. And one is about 1.5 of that last size. And one is double that size. All right, here we go. Go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Right up. Look at them roots. Man, that was a good root system. So that was a lot bigger down at the base than that last one. If I keep it about right there, I can see it between the teeth. All right. I'm being real careful. I'll put the creeper gear back on. I'm right here at the fence. So I don't want to tear that fence up at all. Okay. There we go. Got it. Oh, look at that. It's coming. Look at that. Woo. Boy, that's some big old roots there. Man. All right. That's crazy. I would hate to have to cut all these off, then come back with some type of, something to put on top of where I cut them to keep them from growing back, or to have to bring a grinder out here. And right next to that fence, right, a grinder would be really hard. So this is a great example of when this is a really great tool. Is, as long as it's within the size that it can handle, and I don't even know what the limit is with this tractor yet, but as long as it can handle the size, and if you're in a particular place where you could do damage if you had something else besides this, this is a great tool. And you can get these not too much. I think I paid about $900, $950 for this. the company is Industrious America, or Industria America, Industrious America. They're made in Mexico. And listen, my Spanish is no bueno at all. Yeah, I studied French for years and I can barely speak French, so I didn't study Spanish. So, you know, that you're just, you don't want to hear me try to say it. But anyway, so, but they're made in Mexico and they make a bunch of tools. I've got a dealership in Perry, Texas that sells their products, and they've got a bunch of good, like, heavy duty equipment, and I would love to own some more of their equipment. So I've actually reached out to them and haven't heard anything back, but I'd love to show y'all some more of their equipment. They've got, you know, I've got a major project I need to do that maybe I'll explain some later. It damaged my truck, actually. And I've got another product from Victory that I can't wait to show y'all, with me working on a drainage issue. But I need a rear blade. I don't have a rear blade. And I've been watching Facebook like crazy. I've got notifications set up for different terms that someone might use, and I just haven't been able to find one that I really like. This company has one that it's about $3,000 for a 7-foot beast. I mean, it's so like over-engineered, I don't know if over-engineered is the right word, but overbuilt. It's the quality, the build quality is great. And it's kind of like some of the other really good ones that I've seen. This one is just built really well, but it's hydraulics, right? It's got a hydraulic where it'll tilt, you know, kind of at an angle to the ground. Well, I don't know if you would say that, but it's got a vertical tilt and a horizontal tilt. Let's say it that way. So it can tilt this way and it can tilt this way. And it's a hydraulic one, and it's $3,000, and I would love to get that one. I just don't have $3,000 right now, and maybe I could, you know, get them to, if they want to show some videos off. But I mean, so I need a rear blade though. But this company makes some really good stuff, and I'd like to get some other things from them. But anyway, so you're seeing how well this does. So I'm gonna grab a couple more of these and just kind of go through this and pull them out and let you watch. I've got a big one over here that is, it's probably as big as at least the last one I did, maybe a little bit bigger than that. And I'm gonna grab it too. So I'm just gonna let y'all watch. I'll stop talking and y'all can just check this out. All right, so this one is a big one. And I've got to be really careful because it's right here mixed in with a fence. So let's see what we can do here. All right. So I got to thread a needle here. All right, I think I have it. Let's see if I can get this out. Not tearing that fence up. Ooh. Yeah. Oh. She's moving, but did I get the roots? I can't tell. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh man, that's a beast. Look at that, and I broke it too. But I was able to get it out without hitting that fence, which is awesome. Look at that. Woo! Let's see if y'all can see these roots on here. All right. That was great. I want that big one right there in front of us right now, but it's on their side, so I'll have to see if they want. I think they would want me to grab it, but we'll see. They've got a super nice lawn. They've looks like they've worked on this for years, and I just don't want to tear that up. So I think I could come at it from the side and grab it and pull it out without having to get into the main yard, but I don't know. I'll talk to them about it and see if that's something they want to do. But man, that sucker was huge, and it pulled that out. I got it right under the slats of that fence and didn't do any damage, didn't touch the fence at all, so that was great. All right, so the neighbors are gonna let me pull this out. There is a stretch of barbed wire at the bottom. It's actually, it's growing through the barbed wire. I'll show you this. So it went through the barbed wire right here, and I'm gonna do my best, but there might be some problems that we run into, but we're gonna try our best to get this out. I broke that bottom barbed wire, but it's okay. Look at that, man. Look how big that is. That is huge. Man, that's huge. Whoa, look at that. Check that out. Look at that. That dude right there. Look at that. This dude. Man. It's a good sized tree, folks. All right, well, got me a huge pile now that I've got to get to the burn pile. But I mean, this looks great. I was able to get all of the trees out from this fence line. So it's all clear now. Well, I did leave some, there's some type of oak, and I don't know if you can see those down there. I didn't want to totally get rid of those. It was just those nasty prickly ash that I wanted to get rid of. I'd like to replace these with some good trees here. I do want trees down this, but these are terrible. You don't want them around if you can get rid of them. But anyway, so I'm going to get all this to the burn pile, and man, I'm just really impressed with that implement. So it's a tree post puller. You know, if you can find one hydraulic, it's a good one. So anyway, all right, well, y'all, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And Lord willing, I'll see y'all in the next one.